Marty Giles here from NorthStar Auto Group. Here we are at the bottom of confed in Fort McMurray. We're going to check out inside where you might see that we're a bit different than your average automotive group or automotive dealer. And you're going to hopefully find out why it's the way the experience should be.
Welcome to this episode of Discover Fort McMurray. I'm Melanie Galley with Remax Fort McMurray, your hostess, and I'm with Marty Giles, the owner of the NorthStar Automotive Group. We are at headquarters. Where are we?
We're at the bottom of Confederation Way, 540 Memorial Drive is our address, but actually you can see it, but it's really hard to get here. We're going to have breadcrumbs and cheese and all kinds of stuff at the end of the maze. You'll get in here.
So Marty, how long have you and Deneen been in business for?
We opened actually October 12th. Today's October the 13th,
yes.
1995. I'm supposed to look at the camera. I feel like more Katie Couric right now. We should be talking back and forth. But anyways, October 12th, 1995 is when we opened, but that was on the other side of town, Gregoire, which we still own that location up there. It's open 24 hours a day, but it's just a service facility.
Right.
It was actually 1.6 acres at the time, had about, 6,000 square feet. We had about, 22 cars in the lot, and that's when we started in 1995.
Wow. And now you've grown to, you've got locations in Fort McKay, in Calgary, here, and this flagship location. This place is, there's going to be lots for us to see here today.
So we have 9 different addresses that actually NorthStar people go to work every day in Alberta.
Wow, they're pretty busy here. So why don't you tell me about some of the, whether it's products, whether they're services, why don't you tell me what happens here?
Well, I guess, a car dealership, we sell cars, we fix cars, do whatever. Our big thing is that our mission statement is for our customers is that we want to keep the keys in the customer's hand as many years as possible. Many minutes a year as possible so you can live your life. So you asked me earlier what we sell in service. Actually, we sell time. So we're open 24 hours a day. We have very flexible hours. Fort McKay, we're up north where there's lots of activity up there. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except for Remembrance Day.
That's a little bit about some of the services. I mean, obviously there's some fantastic vehicles here.
Yeah.
And I think we can get right into what's something someone might not know about some of the services that you can find here, because I know what I found, because I didn't know. I'm going to roll into this, is that I don't drive a Ford. Mm-hmm. Sorry. That's all right.
I smoke the odd Cohiba. We all have our bad habits.
Well, you bought your house from someone else, so there, we're even. Even. So, I could get my car cleaned here. You have an unbelievable detailing service, and I was able to drop off my car yesterday, and the service was fantastic from the moment that I rolled into the quick lane to getting helped out with the young ladies there, to getting my car done. I feel like I have a brand new car. Mm-hmm. But there might be a bit of a misconception that you have to drive a Ford in order to get services here.
Yeah, no, you don't know. At the quick lane at the bottom of Confederation Way, it's it's an all-make service. It's open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week, and I have certain customers actually that like to come in 7 o'clock Sunday morning because that's when we're quiet. They sit there, they have a little coffee, they do their emails from the week, they do whatever, and they're out. And it doesn't matter. We take the Volvos and we take the Mitsubishis and we do whatever. And one of the byproducts of the fire, we used to clean cars obviously before because it's pretty easy to clean these ones to get ready for delivery. But with all the smoke damage that happened, we got into the nasty stuff. We had to do a lot of research on ozonators, and we actually got ozonating machines that we're using in hotel rooms when people would smoke in hotel rooms.
Oh, right.
Overnight they could take the smell out. Well, we needed them done quickly, so we put it in a car, so in 2 hours we could take the smell out. So anyways, out of that, the byproduct of the fire is now there's people that spill milk, there's cats and dogs that do bad things in vehicles sometimes. There's all kinds of, so now we are kind of the janitors of the ugly, bad vehicle stuff, swine vehicles, sight vehicles, undercarriage wash, which we're going to see later. Yeah. So and that was kind of we expanded our business because of the wildfire. Yes. And we don't really care what it is, we can probably clean it.
Right. Okay, that's super cool. So you don't have to drive a Ford, but if you want to, you can do that too, and or buy a Ford. And we're going to show you a few things going on here right now.
Now, we love the oval. We salute the oval every day. The Ford oval. See that? We polish it. However, kind of circular shapes are okay, because look at this one over here. That's kind of an oval, but it has an L in there for Lexus, so it doesn't have to be a Ford. But if you want to get your car detailed, no matter if it's a Lexus, a Ford, or a Lada, we'll take care of it here at NorthStar Ford. Here we are at the bottom of Confederation Way at NorthStar Ford, and we're kind of like an iceberg. 90% of our mass is underwater. We are in the Motown Delivery Lounge. Now, why do we call it the Motown Delivery Lounge? Well, let's face it, our heritage is from Detroit. That's where Ford was born, that's where we were raised, and we want to pay homage to that part of our history, because Ford is still a family business. Now, why is it the way the experience should be? I've been in this business for a lot of years, and delivering cars sometimes sucks because it's not always 20 degrees Celsius out, it's not always sunny blue skies, but it should be an experience for every customer. So when you buy your car off NorthStar Ford, you come down here to do your paperwork up, and this is where we deliver your car. Whether it be one of these fleet trucks, and maybe you actually need all this stuff because you do some work at site, we are all equipped to do your fire extinguisher, your headache rack, your emergency lights with our commercial sales team here. Or maybe you want, by the way, this is a used truck, okay? Doesn't matter if it's an $8,000 used vehicle or it's an $80,000 Navigator. Every car gets delivered out of the Motown Delivery Lounge because it's a big day, and we need to understand it's like Christmas Day for you, and that's why we have the Motown Delivery Lounge set up here at the bottom of Confederation Way. Here we are at the Henry Ford Training and Community Center. So one of the things I love about being a Ford dealer is actually it is a family-run business still. I've had dinner with Elena Ford. I've met Edsel Ford a few times. They're great philanthropists. They believe in giving back to the community of Dearborn and also the communities where we all do business in. They do test drive events where you can support, drive one for your school, or drive one for your charity, or drive one for your hospital, and all that stuff. So one of the biggest things I'll never forget about the Fort McMurray wildfire is there was test drive events around Canada, and there was about $175,000 that was raised through all those different events, and Ford matched those dollars. So that came about $340,000. And then right out of Detroit, Michigan, the Ford Foundation gave another $100,000. So all that totaled for $500,000 for the Red Cross for YMM and the region of Wood Buffalo. Google the other manufacturers and see how close they came to that. Now also what we do with this, because we really believe in giving back to the community, this is a meeting room for us, but also you can rent this for a donation, small donation to either the Northern Lights Health Foundation, the United Way, or the Wood Buffalo Food Bank. You can come rent this room for $200 donation to those great charities, and you can have your meeting at the bottom of Confederation Way. So this is a community center that we actually want to give back to the community with, which is actually how Henry Ford started the company. He believed in giving back, and obviously, as you saw after May 3rd, Ford doesn't just talk about supporting their communities, they put their money where their mouth is.
So Marty, where can people find you online?
Well, you can go to northstarford.ca, and then when you go into northstarford.ca, I got to be a little explanatory here, is you can find any one of our locations, whether it be Cochrane, whether it be Calgary, whether it be Fort McKay, whether it be Gregor, whether it be at the mothership here. So, and now we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Yelp, allthat.com is where we're on.
Awesome. Well, if you're looking for a great place to get your car serviced, detailed, or purchase your next vehicle, NorthStar Ford, right here in Fort McMurray, is the place to come. I'm Melanie Galley with RE/MAX Fort McMurray. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.
And thank you, Melanie, for actually having us here today. All right.